On the modern battlefield, the deadliest hunter is no longer a soldier with a rifle, but a machine guided by unseen hands. Ukrainian FPV kamikaze drones are rewriting the rules of war. Deadly, relentless, and psychologically overwhelming. And the footage emerging from the front lines is nothing short of chilling. In one of the most startling incidents, a Russian soldier was captured running as a Ukrainian FPV drone pursued him. Just as the drone closed in, the soldier managed to catch it mid-air. But instead of destroying it, he keeps it as a trophy. What he doesn't realize is that the drone carries a command-detonated trigger. Moments later, his trophy turns into a death sentence. In one chilling footage, a lone Russian soldier sits motionless in an open field, too exhausted or perhaps resigned to flee. As a Ukrainian kamikaze drone closes in, he makes no effort to run. The UAV strikes him directly, killing him instantly. In another chilling encounter, two Russian soldiers spot another drone closing in. They fire, they panic. One soldier even throws his rifle in a last-ditch effort to stop it. But the machine does not miss. The explosion tears through them at point-blank range. This happened near the Luhansk front, a reminder that against FPV drones, desperation often ends in tragedy. Ukrainian FPV drones have also targeted Russian soldiers hiding in basements and rubble. In one case, one soldier managed to disable a drone and thinks he has survived, but a second drone finds him moments later. And this time, there is no escape. Another chilling footage showed a Russian soldier hiding among rubble, trying desperately to shield himself from an FPV drone. The first drone failed to detonate, but his panic was clear. A second drone soon struck, ending his life. In Donetsk, operators from the 36th Marine Brigade eliminated multiple enemy troops. In one striking moment, a Russian soldier jumps in shock at the sight of an approaching drone, but his evasive move comes too late. Equally harrowing was the story of 13 Russian soldiers who had taken refuge in a building in Vesele, Donetsk region. A kamikaze drone forced them into the basement, only to be followed by a second strike that scattered the group. Many were wounded in the blast, while others were killed by subsequent artillery and drone attacks. Two soldiers attempted to hide under a tree but were struck by yet another FPV drone, suffering fatal injuries. In Donetsk region, near Privilia, another dramatic scene unfolded. A Russian BMP-2 was torn apart by an FPV drone. 9 surviving soldiers scrambled from the wreckage, running in desperate groups. But there would be no escape. Ukrainian forces hunted them down, one by one. Elsewhere, 2 Russian soldiers are caught in the open while attempting to escape. The first is hit squarely and killed. His comrade dashes past his fallen body, only to be hunted down and eliminated by another drone in a near-identical strike. Near Vesele in Donetsk, Ukrainian defenders repelled a bizarre Russian assault involving 8 troops on motorcycles. Drones and artillery fire quickly eliminated the threat, forcing survivors to retreat. In Klishchivka village, Donetsk region, Russian cameramen operating FPV drones from the ruins of a house were themselves eliminated when a Ukrainian kamikaze drone struck their position. In another encounter in Donetsk region, a Russian soldier tried to hide beneath a Ukrainian Marder 1A3 infantry fighting vehicle. Moments later, an FPV kamikaze drone struck, killing him instantly. East of Chkino in Kursk, Ukrainian assault troops raided a Russian strongpoint that had endured days of artillery and drone strikes. Once inside, they cleared bunkers and shelters with grenades and TM-62 mines, neutralizing the fortified position. Elsewhere, in the village of Demidovka in Belgorod region, Ukrainian infantry eliminated a Russian soldier who, after drinking alcohol and attempting to emulate a Hollywood hero, foolishly walked directly toward Ukrainian positions, armed only with a rifle. Reality is not Hollywood. And his heroic moment ends in seconds. Reconnaissance drones also captured cluster munitions launched via multiple launch rocket system against concentrations of Russian troops behind the lines. The exact location and casualties were not disclosed. In the village of Andriivka, Donetsk region, another Russian soldier tried to hide inside a Ukrainian BMP-2 infantry fighting vehicle. But the drone tracked him down with mechanical precision, striking with devastating force. The explosion obliterated both man and machine, erasing any chance of survival. Ukraine released footage of strikes on Russian assets, including civilian-style vehicles, a damaged MTLB air defense system, and a 9S-36M radar. Locations remain undisclosed. Over the past 24 hours, Ukrainian and Russian forces clashed 174 times, with particularly intense battles on the Pokrovsk, Toretsk, and Kupiansk fronts. The General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine reported heavy Russian losses, 1,030 soldiers killed and wounded, along with the destruction of 8 tanks and 42 artillery systems. In Kherson, Ukrainian assault troops staged a bold offensive. Footage shows a BMP-1 charging toward enemy lines. Before it halts, one soldier leaps out and charges the Russian position, soon joined by a comrade. Outnumbered but fearless, their advance sparks confusion, forcing Russian troops to abandon their post in panic. A tense clash unfolded in Vovchansk, where 3 Russian soldiers stormed a Ukrainian-held building. They were met with heavy infantry fire, drone-dropped explosives, and FPV strikes. Though they attempted to retreat, drones pursued them relentlessly. Not all made it out alive. Drone and infantry units have also been active near Zolotarivka in Luhansk and Donetsk. There, Ukrainian forces repelled mechanized assaults and cleared entrenched Russian positions. According to Ukraine's General Staff, 178 combat engagements occurred in the past 24 hours across 10 active fronts, including Russia's Kursk Oblast. The fiercest fighting took place on the Pokrovska, Lyman, and Novopavlivka fronts, where Russia launched 101 assaults. In total, Russian forces suffered heavy losses. Over 1,020 troops killed or wounded, 88 artillery systems destroyed, and 3 tanks eliminated.